To be fluent in English speaking, you do not study for hours. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today is the day 2 of my 30-day English speaking challenge. Today I will talk about 5 important habits to be fluent in English speaking. So habit number 1 is reading. Reading is very important to be fluent in English speaking. You may read articles, short stories, or any other things that is written in English. If you read daily, your English will be good. I think your writing skill and reading skill will be improved. Habit number 2 is active listening. Active listening means whenever you are listening something, you have to understand the meaning of them, and that's called active listening. And you have to listen daily. That doesn't mean you have to listen for hours a day. You may listen for 30 minutes or maybe for 10 to 20 minutes, but you have to listen. And if you listen daily, your three skills will be improved: your writing skills, your speaking skill, and your listening skills as well. So you have to do listening, and this is very important. And third one is speaking. Yeah, you have to start. You have to start speaking. And maybe you are not good at English grammar, or maybe you don't know many vocabularies, but you have to start speaking. That doesn't mean you have to be expert in English. You may start just by a simple sentence. Maybe I eat rice. Maybe I go to market. Maybe I will buy something. That's maybe your first beginning. But you have to start. And if you feel shy to start talking to others, you may talk to yourself. I think you may describe the surroundings to yourself. And whenever you're going to something, you may talk to yourself that I'm getting ready to go there. That's another point. But you have to start speaking. Number 4 is you have to think in English. Yes, I have seen many people who try to think in their native language, then translate it into English. That that's not a proper way. You have to try to think in English. And if you do this, I think if you first think in your native language, then translate it into your English, then you will never be fluent in English speaking. Then first of all, you have to think in English, and you have to desire. You have to express your desire in English. That's the thing. And so maybe first of all you may do stuttering, but you have to try. And if you try, if you practice, after some days you will be fluent in English speaking. So you have to try to think in English. And fifth and the last one is you have to learn vocabularies every day. Yeah, that doesn't mean you have to learn 50 vocabularies or 50 words a day. You may learn 5 to 7 words a day. And whenever you learn a word, you have to make sentences with the word. I think if you just learn a word, maybe the word is play, and you have to make sentences with the word play. And if you are stuck, how to make the sentence with the word, you may get help from ChatGPT or Gemini or any other AI tool. So you have to do practice, and that's the thing. I think whenever you learn a word, you have to use it in a sentence. I think in your practical life, then you'll not forget the word. And if you do not use the word, you will not be able to remember the word again. So that's the thing. I think and fluency does not come overnight. So you have to practice a lot. And if you can do this consistently, I think on there your speaking will be improved and you will be fluent in English speaking. So and I'm also trying to be fluent in English speaking. Pray for me. If you want, you can follow all the 5 habits. And personally, I follow all these 5 habits, and I am improving myself. Thank you.